Well, hey everybody. Uh, Decided to come out today and do a late afternoon, early evening hike, and probably my second favorite place to do this kind of stuff. And that's Tom Sawyer Park off of, out here off Westport Road. My favorite place, it's not really legal, and that's Waverly Hills, and that's a whole different ball game. But as you can see, the sun is below the horizon at this point, and it's actually behind me this way. But I just thought this tree was awesome. We got the moon right up there. So again, this is just a quick little hike, fun thing to do. I got all dressed up, got a neck gaiter, got my new merino hat, and then just staying warm. Gotta stay warm. It's wintertime. It's probably, I think, 35 right now. Tomorrow, I think we're supposed to get some freezing rain, or overnight some freezing rain, something like that. But anyway, just out having some fun. We'll get some either more pictures or more video later. I am fully expecting to see some wildlife tonight. The last 2 weeks, every single morning going into work, I've had to slow down or stop for 5 or 6 deer that have been in the roadway out in this area. So I'm going to keep my eyes open and see if we can find some wildlife. Check in a little bit. All right, so I didn't really think this was actually going to turn into a video thing, but I think maybe it should. See behind me, huge pipe here, which controls some water that feeds off into the other part of the park. And we look behind even more, and behind me is the current Central State Mental Hospital. It's a state hospital for convicts and other mentally unstable people. And all this shares property. But this is really kind of cool. As you can see, it just kind of goes across, and it is crumbling. This is an area I know pretty well. There was more here a few years ago. But it's really just really kind of a cool place to look at. And as you can see, we're to really, there's some of the concrete dike where there used to be a big kind of lake area this way, reservoir where they would actually hold the water. But you can see further down there how it goes, and it ends basically right here. And interesting note, the hospital that was here prior was in use up until the 90s, mid 90s or so, before it was torn down and turned in and given back to Tom Sawyer State Park. A lot of history back here. We're going to continue on that way and just see what happens. And I'm watching the light, got a flashlight with me just in case. So we'll check back in a little bit. So we can see here behind me this big tree, different than the last big tree. And the other thing too, the light is definitely coming down, as you can see with the quality of the video. We're going to switch the other lenses and see if we can get something better. So yeah, you can definitely see the difference here in the lenses on this camera. I mean, look, this tree is absolutely beautiful and haunting and old and huge. I'm probably 50 feet away. And that is not a building, that's just another branch. But here we're looking pretty much due west, and you can see the fading light coming down. And like I said, this is where I came from. And this is an old sidewalk that used to connect buildings that were in this area back in here that were all staff quarters and other types of buildings for the hospital that was at the back entrance of Tom Sawyer Park. We're going to continue down this way and come up and around onto walking beside Lakeland Drive. Yeah, it's definitely also getting colder. I can feel it both on my cheeks and nose. Haven't had the neck gaiter up over my nose and mouth yet, but I imagine by the time I get done with my little hike tonight, it will definitely be up there. Not planning on going back until after dark, just to enjoy this day. I mean, there is no wind. It's 30 to 32 degrees right now, and it's supposed to fall throughout the night. But let's take a quick look over here. I'm getting myself used to hiking with some trekking poles, and these are, ouch, carbon, ow, damn, pick some prickers to put them in. Just some simple cork with carbon fiber. They've been working out really well, as long as I don't put them into prickles again. All right, we'll talk later. Damn that tree. Love that tree. All right, I'm not even going to try and put myself on the film. As you can see, we are way into twilight. It is dark, but really, really kind of cool. And we're going to look down this path, which is on my way back to my car. And I've got my flashlight, which is an Olight Warrior X Pro. So let's take a look at just the regular light. And as you can see, it does really well lighting stuff up. You can see there the path, another path. This goes down another path here, but our goal is walking this way. And this is just the step one. So let's look at step two. And wow, look at that. I mean, you can see all the kind of dust and everything else, but look at the difference in throw down that pathway back to just the normal. Yeah, this thing is cool. I get used to it with gloves, but it's really kind of cool. But you can definitely see a lot more this way. Now this one, I think you can only leave it on for like 15 minutes max at this light, and it does get warm. This one, you can pretty much leave on until the battery dies. I think it's a few hours. I'd have to get back and look. But this is plenty enough to get back to the car. So let's head that way. Oh, and just one other thing. I've got an interesting playlist going right now that's kind of like hiking. And the last 4 songs have been either Bob Seger or John Denver. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all.